morning.
No,
Oh.
we're good. Good morning.
Doesn't keep writing out in a little paper like that.
Right, I mean, that's why we have to make this.
They're all about the hay.
Show it, this will looks like. He's watching after my health.
But I videotaped coming in,
I got it out in front.
10:06.
Okay. I'll just let Bill get, we don't have much today, this is pretty nice. Ready, gang? Yes, yes. We will call to order the meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Thursday, January 18th, 2024, 10:06. Please join me for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public comment.
Yes, Fred Kane from Wolfboro. I just had a couple of questions. Last week at the delegation meeting, I noticed the HR director had answered to one of the delegates that they were only down 2 nurses from the nursing home. I hear there's 7 nurses. She said they were short M&As, LNAs, but I hear there's 7 open positions there. And I just wonder if we could clarify that, if we knew. And then the other thing is, one of the delegates were asking Will about the hay, and he said it's on the website. I looked all over the website, and I don't see anything posted on the hay. Could maybe Melissa walk us through that and show us how we can find it on the website?
Do you have any idea where it is on the website, Melissa?
The hay pricing is not on the website currently.
Oh, the hay pricing,
Yeah, that's what he,
Okay, it was stated last week it was though, correct?
or was it?
I don't know that they mentioned pricing.
I don't
How
know.
did they say it?
I don't remember honestly if they talked about pricing.
It was policy.
It was policy.
Policy.
Is what
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
It's in the minutes.
Yeah. And also, I know you're working on a policy for the hay, and is there anything on that policy that if somebody pre-orders it the 1st of April, that they have to pay for it and pick it up? And does the county store that hay throughout the season for people that request it?
You're talking about what's going on now, or what
Well,
the policy?
now, and I think it should be, last week I happened to notice a previous commissioner leaving 171 with 2 bales of hay, so I'm assuming that's hay that he
You prepaid.
prepaid for and bought, but, I'm not sure we should be storing hay for people. Big bales of hay take a lot of room, and this was inside storage because it wasn't wrapped, so I don't know if that's part of the policy, and if, that's something that should be addressed when you do a new policy. Thank you very much.
Any other public comment? Do we have any media questions? I don't see any. So we have approval of the minutes for January 11th.
Motion to approve.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 signature copy,
I guess for,
the commissioners meeting, and I'm using the tail as long as it need to be
okay, thank you.
manifest.
Oh, what's the date today? The 18th. I can't believe how fast this month is going already. Commissioner? Oops, Commissioner. Thank you. Okay, manifest approval for accounts payable for January 17th, $772,579.22. Payroll for January 19th, $215,493.71.
Motion to approve.
I'll second that.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, we will go into recess for Hale's location.
10:11.
Okay, let me see. I guess the treasurer is not going to be here today, so I'll try to get through this. So let's start with the minutes. Let's start with December 21st minutes for Hale's.
Need a motion to approve.
Yeah, there's nothing on there.
There's
All we
nothing
did was
on it.
open and,
Motion to approve.
Second. Sign.
yeah, if you would, please.
I mean, more word on what's happening.
Nothing right now. Sure. Nope. And then I have 3 deposits. That I guess we just have to acknowledge that I have one deposit in the amount of $50,488. This is all for property taxes for Hales. One other deposit for $25,423, also all property taxes. And another one for $2,179. You just need a motion to accept these deposits.
Motion to accept.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And I guess Joe has to sign these. And then we have 2 checks. I have one check number 2714 in the amount of $1,154 made out to Sean Brumble. It's a reimbursement for an overpayment of taxes. So, and then I have another one for CoreLogic for $1,297. It is for the, also is a reimbursement for an overpayment of taxes.
Gee, my town never does that.
I know. Would you like to take a look at these? And then we can vote on both of them?
Do we have to initial them or no?
I did, so you can, on the bottom there,
We need this.
because it's like an invoice. Oh,
Motion to approve.
okay.
Second.
Like to look. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. And I believe that's all I have for Hales. Yes. So we are going to close the meeting for Hale location, and we'll go back into our regularly scheduled Board of Commissioners meeting,
10:15.
10:15. Security system service agreement. Mona?
I don't know if you have your copies that you previously had, there's 3 if you need them.
I need another one just to follow along with. Okay. Sean?
Morning.
Yeah, thank you. So, bring in front of you today is, we spoke about this past fall, early fall. As you know, we did the upgrade on our security system, door controls, video, stuff like that. And then we spoke about it this past fall about doing a service plan, so we protect this investment. The total of it is a little over 25, just had over 25,000. It's $25,222.13. That also allows us to do the yearly PMI of all current cameras we have, which is 88 throughout the facility. And any other services, servers, communication systems, the whole shebang. So it protects us throughout that whole thing. It also extends the warranty on a lot of the parts of an extra 5 years, which currently we have a 5-year warranty on them.
So this would give us another 5.
This gives us another 5. And that's where you see in some different areas that are broken down, like the $9,500. That's basically us purchasing that other 5 years. So the yearly PMI is technically only $12,976, but when you're throwing this all together, it comes the first year payment is $25,222.13. And like I said, we put it in the budget for this year. What I'm looking to do is just move forward and get an authorization to approve this contract, sign off for it, and get it sent into one source for the payment. That's what I bring to you, in front of you today.
Questions, Commissioner?
Yes. So the 12, that's almost 13,000, is for for a server, correct?
Yeah, that's also protects us for our server,
But is it server hardware, or is it just we're not buying another server, or we are buying another server?
I'm trying to remember the conversation I had with the gentleman now on this space.
I believe it's
It
another
says,
server.
It's another server, it's another backup server.
A
Yeah.
redundant server.
Yeah, it's a redundant server, it's a backup server, so if one crashes, we have the other one
Right.
as protection.
Right. And then the 9,500 is basically a maintenance agreement.
Yeah. And it's, again, it extends the 5-year contract, not 5-year contract, but the 5-year warranty. As you see here, Gallagher Parts and Systems comes with approximately 5 years. By doing this purchase, it extends it another 5 to 10 years, so it adds another 5 years to it.
So we won't have to spend any more money on one source in terms of security or upgrades,
Other than just the yearly PMI, but upgrades,
which is, what's the yearly PMI?
thought it was in here.
It might be, well, I didn't,
Per year cost of $2,700.
okay, and that,
That's Care Plus, milestone updates, all the technical support, 24/7 availability to them if we have a problem. So,
okay, good.
Question.
Yes.
If somebody, bad guy, does something to the system, the backup would go down as well?
no, that's why there's a separate server. But nobody can remote in and attach into the system, if that's what you're talking about.
All right, and if it
It's self-contained
comes
secure.
on site and they do something,
Yeah.
they could take 2 down?
No, the only way they can get into the system is if they come into our building and go where the towers
Are
and
your
the service.
building?
Yeah, they have to come in our facility.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
No.
Okay.
Motion to approve invoice number 107797 for $25,222.13 to One Source Security.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.
You're very welcome.
We'll get that taken care of.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
will the superintendent be staying for the diversion program if you have any questions about the laptops?
Ken, if you need me to, I'm not aware of.
That's not really Sean, is it?
It is
No.
jail, isn't it?
We don't have diversion
No,
program.
it's, no,
That's
it's,
No.
the
it's an
county
IT
attorney.
issue, yeah.
It's a county attorney's office handling their diversion program. We're not part of it. That's why, sorry for my confusion, but yeah.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
That's okay. You confused me for a minute. Like what?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You, have a nice day.
Two.
Freedom Energy Logistics. Are they on board?
Yes, they're on the Zoom.
Okay. The sun's shining right here. I can't read. Is it? Okay.
Yes. Madam Chair?
Yep.
The individual on Zoom is the Honorable Bart Fromuth,
Okay.
previous representative, also working for he's going to present.
Okay.
And could I be first? I would like somebody to fill me in on what net metering actually is.
Yep. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. I'm sorry, I couldn't see the sun shining in on the screen.
My camera is not working.
Okay.
It was working earlier.
Could you go ahead and fill us in on what's going on?
Sure. And thank you, commissioners, for having me today. Today I'm presenting a program called Group Net Metering. This is a program authorized by the state of New Hampshire through the legislature to incentivize new renewable generation and maintain existing renewable generation here in the state of New Hampshire. The concept behind the program is the state legislature wanted to find a way to compel the host utility companies here in New Hampshire, Eversource, Liberty, and Unitil, to purchase the production of hydro, solar, landfill gas, potentially wind down the road, for facilities that are up to 5 megawatts. If a facility gets built here in the state of New Hampshire that's 5 megawatts or less, in order to qualify for this program, they have to partner with a political subdivision as what's called a virtual off-taker. Political subdivisions are towns, cities, counties, school districts, charter schools, and any entity that's funded or created for a special purpose by any one of the aforementioned. So you as a county would be able to participate, and the way the program works is if you can find virtual off-takers for your generation asset that use as much or more kilowatt hours than your asset produces, then Eversource, in your case, is compelled to purchase the production from that facility at the standard offer rate, which at present is 12.79 cents a kilowatt hour. And that rate is going down in February to 8.29 cents a kilowatt hour. As a thank you, as consideration for your participation in this program, you effectively become the asset's ticket to ride in this program, if you will. They are willing to pay you a percentage of the proceeds that they received from Eversource. For this program, there's nothing to buy, there's nothing to install, there's no interruption of any third-party supply agreements that you currently have in place. You are simply pledging that you're going to continue to use kWh, kilowatt hours, and that you will pledge those kilowatt hours to the group net metering pool associated with the asset that you've signed up with. We have two different programs. We have a hydro group net metering pool, which is our most popular and it's our longest running program. We have about 160 million kWh in that program. It includes the state of New Hampshire, Comeau County, Sullivan County, Manchester, Nashua, Exeter school districts, Londonderry, I'm sorry, I said Merrimack already. Anyway, just a significant number of off-takers that are already in place. Now, the solar program was recently authorized by the legislature to expand this program to new solar opportunities, and we recently signed our first solar off-taker last week. That is Carroll, Sullivan County was our first sign-up last week. The difference between the hydro program and the solar program is a matter of term of years, as well as the remuneration that you receive. Most of our hydro dams, if not all of our hydro dams, have been around for 30, 40 years. So they don't need any financing, they're already in place, and this program helps to maintain those assets here in the state of New Hampshire. They pay a half a penny per kilowatt hour to Carroll County. if you decide to sign up. And the term for that program is 5 years. The solar program pays a much more generous compensation of 12.5% of the standard offer. So if we're using the numbers right now, and as you probably been paying attention, the Eversource rate has been bouncing all over the place. It was at 22 cents, then 20 cents, now it's at 12.79, it's going to 8.2 cents starting in February. So I used 12.79 as my barometer over the course of the 20 years. I increased the utility rate by an average of 2% each year to account for inflation. And if you pledged 2 million kWh into the solar program, Carroll County would stand to receive in year one $31,975 for participation. When you adjust for inflation all the way out to year 20, Carroll County would be receiving $46,581 out of year 20. Over the life of the program, Carroll County would be the recipient of $776,000 through the 20-year solar agreement. Now, 20 years is a long time for planning. When Sullivan County looked at this, they were considering doing some of their own self-generation, putting on some solar panels themselves. When you enter these programs, you're pledging that you're going to continue to use a certain amount of kWh that you draw from the grid in order to remain eligible. So what Sullivan County did was they pledged approximately half of their usage to give them some ability and some flexibility long term. That way, if they decided to do efficiency measures, install solar, they had excess generation that they could pull into the program. Sullivan County is doing both our hydro and our solar program. They're a really nice complement because it takes about 2 years for these community solar arrays to get built. So while you're waiting, you're receiving hydro rebates during that dependency period, if you will. But please keep in mind that unlike the hydro, which is already built, solar has to go through feasibility, interconnection, planning approvals. And so about 25% of our projects do not go to completion. So just want to offer that out there. Only about 75% of these projects move forward. Someone plans for $1.5 million for interconnection and it comes in at $3 million, that will typically scuttle the program. But we've got some nice options that can lead to some great revenues coming in for the county. And we're the largest administrator of this program in the state of New Hampshire. We've been doing it for 7 years and pleased to introduce the solar opportunities in addition to our hydro.
Any questions, Commissioner?
Do we need to hit any minimum? So if we decide we just do enough that we don't have anything extra, do we have to pay a fee or fine or anything?
No fees or fines. This is a one-way transaction where the county is receiving checks. You're not making payments on anything. There is a penalty process in a situation where, let's say, you sign up your full usage, which is about 2.3 million kWh for the county, and let's say that the administrative building has a fire and goes down, isn't going to be rebuilt for some reason. That's about 25% of your usage. We, as the administrator, as well as you, would be responsible within a year to find replacement usage to make up for the shortfall. And if we did not do that, there would be a penalty in that case, Commissioner. So what I recommend there is not pledging the entirety of your load, coming in with something conservative, and maybe doing a hybrid of some solar, some hydro, the hydro being short-term and allows for more flexibility. But anything you don't put in the solar program, we'd be happy to put into the hydro program. But there would be a potential for penalty if you signed up for the full usage and at year 5 or year 10, something happened to create a significant material deficiency in that usage that we could not replace.
Okay, thank you.
I have one more question.
Go ahead.
Are these agreements available to be reviewed?
Absolutely, yes. I could send both of them, the hydro and the solar for your.
If you would do that.
Yeah, yes,
Thank
please.
you.
I was going to ask you to send us any kind of written material you have.
Sure.
Okay.
And the placement of the solar panels, could that be on our property, or does it make a difference where they're located?
So for this project, it would be located, the one I'm talking about today is located in Barrington, New Hampshire. So the requirement is that the panels just have to be located somewhere within the same utility jurisdiction as the off-takers. So you would likely be in a group net metering pool with Sullivan County. Cohos County is getting close to moving forward on this, it looks like. So you'd be grouped with other counties, but the array itself would be located in Barrington, New Hampshire.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
No.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll await all the information that you're going to forward to us. And hopefully we'll be able to talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for your time, Commissioners, and I apologize that my camera was not working today.
It's okay. Pardon?
Quite all right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you all. Ed, good to see you.
Okay, take care.
Do we have any line item transfers?
No.
No. Okay. Well, where are we going? The refurbished laptops, is Justin coming over?
I don't think so.
Is Bobby here?
I didn't know if, in between meetings, you had an opportunity to talk to Bobby further about it, but I haven't seen her yet this morning. So
No, I haven't talked to her.
maybe we could just hold that.
Okay, we'll hold that. Okay.
Thank you.
Just make sure that one of them is here for next week.
I will.
If they're interested in doing this, they need to show up.
Okay.
Okay, we have no non-public today
Actually, if we could have a quick one for A and C.
for A and C. Okay,
Okay, make a motion to enter into non-public session under New Hampshire RSA 91-A:32 A and C.
I'll second that motion. I'm
Mr.
sorry,
Edwards.
yeah. Sorry.
Roll call vote.
Roll call vote, I'm sorry.
that's okay.
Representative McGee. Aye.
Commissioner,
Commissioner McGee.
Commissioner. I'm on a roll here.
Aye.
Aye. Commissioner Nelson, aye. Commissioner McCarthy.
aye.
10:34.
Still on the electric grid or something, maybe. Where are you getting all this electric from?
Yeah, I didn't bring my pad, but I guess I don't need it. I can write on this. I don't know, I have no idea. Okay, I will,
You ready?
I'm
Yes.
ready. You're ready, you're ready.
Motion to come out of non-public and seal the minutes?
I'll second that.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 11:28.
Is there anything else? Any
We're gonna
other?
put the diversion program on table.
Till next week.
Till next week.
Till we can have one of the IT people here.
Now, when does the whole delegation meet?
I don't know, do you have a date yet?
The executive committee is meeting for the budget on February 3rd,
February 3rd.
That's a
Saturday.
Saturday,
Oh, that's right.
all day.
10 to 4.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Now, somewhere along the line, and I
wouldn't kid you.
shouldn't have said anything, and I assumed it was when they're gonna have the whole thing there. They said, well, are you guys supplying lunch? And I mumbled yes, because I should have said, because I was not in a position to say that.
Well, there's only 5 of them.
Oh, right.
Three of us. So I can talk to Chris and see if they'll do some sandwiches or something.
Okay. And I was thinking this would be the whole thing. I'm saying, oh, then setting up, and then what do you do with the public that come in? And
Right.
who gets what? And I said, oh, I never should have. And I should have checked with the other commissioner who was there at the time. And never, I just said something I never should have said.
It's okay.
Madam Chair, I was under the impression that the chair of the delegation was bringing everything for food.
Here's a restaurant.
That's what he
Okay, so
said.
you could,
Good idea, you know what, I'll say, you bring this, and this, and we'll do this,
I
and
believe he
this.
said he might know some.
Yeah, who make the coffee?
He said he'd send an email out, so I assumed he was talking to the other delegation. So
Yeah.
I think he was taking orders from.
The 3rd I can make, the 8th,
are we expected to be at that one on the,
probably. Well, you don't have to, Bonnie will be here.
Yeah,
Bonnie, she'll answer all
I
of
mean,
it,
Bonnie's planning on being here, and
yeah. And then whoever else is
the
left.
department heads whose budgets are on will be here.
that's right, yeah.
So, that week, I don't know, my husband's going in for surgery that week. So,
You have a choice, your husband or going to a meeting. Shh, camera off?
No.
Always assume it's on when it's there, Bill.
yeah, I will be home at the hospital with my husband, probably for several days. So, okay.
Did you sign all of your checks?
I believe the checks are all signed.
Okay.
Missed something.
Just asking.
Signed.
Okay, there you go. We'll go into recess until the next meeting at the call of the chair, and it is 11:30.
11:30.